All right, y'all get a 2-for-1 today. Maybe all this racket, you can still hear me. So another question was, how do you top roll a guy with a longer arm than you? Well, number one, you be stronger. There's the first thing. I can't believe this guy just went over there and turned this fan on. Anyway, number one, you be stronger. Then you ain't got to worry about it. Number two, you got to win the setup, right? Let's assume the setup's fair. Then it's harder to shut him down, right? So I've found if both of you are using riser and back pressure, right, that usually it's real hard to cut, right? Obviously. But if you're the shorter arm guy and you knock him off center and get a little bit of down going, you're risking taking your wrist, I know. But you're the shorter arm guy. We know the longer arm guy, right? He's going to hit back. If you knock him slightly off center and open that bicep up, he doesn't have the angle that he had here to come out. He has to come around a little bit. It's not to say he won't or can't. But you got to remember, you're engaged with his riser and back pressure already. So that little bit of knock off center and pinky turn downward really, really messes him up. Oftentimes I find when you hit this and that little bit, it's over. Oftentimes I find I can just stand up and look at the guy, right? Your second option, this guy over here, man. This guy. The second option, right, is to get way in his chest. When I get way in his chest, it won't look like I'm higher until they bring me back center and I'm just doing this, right? I'm just making a fist. I'm not even worried about grabbing the back of my hand. It's a Travis Bajent style. You watch him, he pulled a lot of guys that were taller than him. That's how he got away with it. He stuck his hand in their chest, so your thumbs end up being way apart. Your hand, it'll be like this almost. Instead of, here, they'll be way over here. So when they bring you back center, you just come up. Don't slide back, just come up. And oftentimes, because you're that far, you can still see their thumb knuckle, but you'll have next to no wrap, which is fine. Just make that fist. I found one of the harder people for me to top roll the first time I pulled him was Quinlan Mendez, and I got like at least 3 or 4 inches on him in height, which his arms seemed about the same as mine, but the way he set up was straight up. It's very, very difficult for me to top roll him, so I ended up trying to hook him, and I did the first round, the first time we pulled. When we pulled the second time, years later, I didn't have a problem, but that's one of my favorite strategies, is to, number one, no load, knock them off center just a little, come back. Same as the move I just told you about earlier. Because I'm telling you, for a top roller to turn that thumb any amount is drastically decreasing his ability to top roll. And the number 2 option is getting super high. It puts them to where they're now finding themselves grabbing lower and leaning over. Nobody likes to top roll from that position. So not only are you getting a better position to top roll, but they're being forced to lean over and do other things they're not comfortable doing. So I find that if I can make my opponent uncomfortable, then it's an advantage to me. Whether I'm gaining position or not, as long as they're uncomfortable, they're not studying whether they should be doing this or that, and they're not focused on the go. They're just focused on, oh man, I'm not in a good position as I wanted, So right there, that's how you beat it, my brother. Anyway, I got to get off here before they piss me off some more. Got to like, subscribe, roll tide.